What can taonga care look like when it happens amongst our own people? If given the opportunity, the resource, the time and the skills, how do we want our taonga to be shared with our people?
Nau mai rā ki tēnei te wāhanga whakamutunga mō ngā taonga tuku iho. We're here in Te Matawa, Māui at the Eastern Institute of Technology, and we're here to meet a very good friend of mine, Waitangi Tepa.
Tēnā nō koe, ko Waitangi Elizabeth Tepa tōku ingoa. I tipu ake ai ki roto i te whārua o Ruatoki, ko tūhoi ko ngā tihine, ko ngā pihi ngā iwi. Ko te ara o tāwhaki tēnei, ko tēnei taha te taha wahine, ko tēnei taha te taha tāne, ko tō koe a tēnā, nēni materoa.
I pēhea tō tauai koe nei mō mahi.
Nā, te hoki whānui atu mātou. Tuatahi, I roto taku aunty I nei o ngā mahi. He kaitiaki a ko tāna ingoa ko Hema Temara. I roa ia e mahi ana I roto I tēnei wāhanga, te tiaki, te kaitiaki tana, te taona tuku iho. Engari he pērā hoki a māma rāwa ko pāpā, ko taku pāpā, I heke mai nā tānata kai hahu. So that's a traditional eczema. That's the lines we come off. I tēnei wā, ka noho au hei kai hahu mahara. So I specialise in memory exhumation, and that's part of custodianship, guardianship. That means I'm the first person that usually goes in and investigates what's in a box. Most of the taona that we got were in banana boxes or they weren't in very good shape.
I'm curious to know more about the taonga laid out in front of us. COVID rules meant that we weren't able to get into the storerooms to see the originals, but Waitangi Tepa had laid out copies of the letters from the Tipene Matua collection for us to get close to.
A koe nei taona, no roto mai I tētahi o nā rōpū I ki ana nā reta o Hēnari Matua. So they're part of our Tipene Matua whānau collection, and in this particular collection that we've got, this is the Hēnari Matua letters manuscripts. They were written by at least 600 different tipuna, but they're petitions, and they're not only land petitions, but they're petitions about makutu, they're petitions about adultery, about alcoholism, so everything about life. When I first started, we had problems. Like o taona, you know, when you get your pounamu for the first time, you got to bond with it. Like, o whakawhanaina tana, I'd go in and I'd be like, I'll go into our stack room and I'll be like, morena! And then we'd have conversations. And everybody would be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm bonding. I'm bonding with my tipuna. You fellas have to realise that they haven't seen anybody. I am the first living human that they have come across. I am going to give them the manaakitanga that we do as Māori.
We're lucky that one of the whānau kaitiaki of this collection, Dr. David Tipene Leach, also works on campus. Waitangi Tepa has asked him to come over to share some kōrero about the history of the collection.
Ako David Tipene Leach taku ingoa, no pūranga hauahau no te whānau o Tipene Matua. Ko hau te tahi o ngā kaimahi o konei, te EIT. Koina. Yeah, well, they have been a hidden collection. I didn't know they existed until the day that my aunt opened the black box, the tin box. But my uncles did, and my grandfather did, but nobody ever spoke about them. So they were obviously passed from, they were written to Henare. Tipene is his younger brother, He kept them. He sent them to Taketake. Taketake sent them to Te Kākaho, down the line. Sent them to his children. They got divided up into 3 different boxes, parts, and they gave them to me. Mai rāno wetahi, tētahi waku mahi, he pānui e nei reta. Ētahi o e nei reta. Ko ētahi ki te atunau, ko tēnei nā, ko tēnei waiata. Ko te pai o te waiata te pai mārika o wēnei kupu tēnā whakarongo. Tēnei ka noho i taku whare hauangi. Pararā ki te uru, ko te whare o tāne, ko te whare tēnā whakarato atu ki runga i te rākau kohu o te rangi. I think that he's talking about the repudiation movement, sitting in a cold space, trying to think about provisioning themselves for the battle that they have ahead in the same way, ko te rākau kohu o te rangi. My understanding of that word is that it is a trap that was set by some of the atua i roto i ngā rangi i runga. So this waiata has been with me for years, 15 years, 20 years, and has been just one of the joys of my life.
I'd really love to hear from each of you your thoughts for the future, especially when it comes to these manuscripts and these taonga tuku iho.
I'd like to tell you what I saw 2 months ago when I took a single paper bound set of 25 letters, back to 25 out of the 897, with a print of the original and the transcript, back to my uncle, and the light in his eyes and the tears that he shed at the time that he opened this and looked through it. So, koira etahi nā painga ko puta mai. We didn't expect a lot because we've never had a lot. But actually, in the process, we have gotten screeds of reward.
One of my biggest dreams and aspirations for this particular collection is to provide a sample of what whānau can achieve outside of an institute, and but not only what whānau can achieve, but what they can achieve in collaboration with our kaitiaki within the sector, our kaitiaki Māori. Whānau need to remember that they've been kaitiaki since te oro kohana o te ao. They have survived with, even if it's this much knowledge, and that knowledge is the story of Ranginui and Papatuanuku, it's survived for more than 200 years. So why are we giving our stuff away to other people when we are more than capable of taking care of it?
Te hōhunu, te atāhua hoki o ēnei kōrero kaitiaki. E rere ana aku mihi ki te tohurua, me a rāua wawata mo ēnei kohinga kōrero. What an inspiring wero to us all as we finish off this series. Well, whānau, here we are at the end of this little haerenga. There's so many words we could speak into this kaupapa, and still, I feel we have only just scratched the surface. More than anything, I hope this kaupapa gave you some tools to take with you on your own journey of reconnection. E tipu, e rea, mō ngā rā o tōu ao.
Kei aku nui, kei aku rahi. Ko pupu ake te manawa, ko hohou atu tātou ki roto i ngā wānanga, kia para te huarahi ki te ao mārama. Oti rā mai a mātou o te tīma o ngā taonga tuku iho, kia koutou, mauri ora.